All right, a live look from Capitol Hill tonight, where another day of testimony in the Capitol riot hearings is wrapping up. Georgia's top election officials taking center stage today.
Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger among three people from Georgia who fielded questions today. CBS 46's Crystal Bowie is following those hearings. She joins us live in studio. Crystal, good evening.
Good evening, Rick and Sean. Now, these were damaging testimonies against President Trump. The January 6th committee played select recordings from Trump's hour-long conversation with the Georgia Secretary of State. They used it as evidence to show Trump pressured state officials to help him get a second term despite losing the 2020 election. Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, Republican Chief Operating Officer for the Georgia Secretary of State's office, Gabe Sterling, and a former Fulton County election worker, all sworn in to testify against President Trump in front of the world. Raffensperger saying he resisted Trump's pressure to go against their oath of office.
We just followed the law and we followed the Constitution. And at the end of the day, President Trump came up short.
At the center, clips of Trump's phone call with Raffensperger were played.
Why wouldn't you want to find the right answer, Brad, instead of keep saying that the numbers are right?
These claims of widespread election fraud, despite Georgia election officials counting and recounting again and again the ballots to verify Trump lost fair and square.
And this conspiracy theory took on a life of its own, where they conflated a water main break that wasn't a water main break and throwing observers out and a series of other things. What it actually showed was Fulton County election workers engaging in normal ballot processing.
Of the other conspiracy theories, Trump said there were thousands of underage voters, non-registered voters, and felon voters in Georgia. Raffensperger said this was all wrong.
What I knew is that we didn't have any votes to find. We had continued to look. We investigated, like I just shared the numbers with you. There were no votes to find. That was an accurate count that had been certified.
Meanwhile, a Fulton County election worker said her life was put in danger in the days and weeks following the 2020 election.
Wishing death upon me, saying things like, be glad it's 2020 and not 1920.
Now, even with backlash from Trump supporters, Raffensperger did defeat Trump-backed Representative Jody Hice and two other candidates who challenged him in the Republican primary last month for Secretary of State. Rick.
Crystal Bowie live in the studio. Thank you. Time running out.